Good evening, Misfits. Good evening, Shawn. I think we have everything. I have no idea if this is even gonna work. I am not having a good internet day or week or couple days. Let's see here. We're gonna have to do the test because no naughty button on here. That is right. Somebody in the chat's already like, no naughty button on this channel. Day or week or couple days. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, I can hear myself. I hate technology. Shawn, I know that you know a little bit about it, but I don't want to. Yeah, the thing is, Focusrite. That's well, yeah, that's who. Yeah, which one? So which one do you have? Can't hear. Can't hear. Hold on. Can't hear Shawn. Oh, great. We can't hear Shawn. We've been talking to Shawn and can't hear him. Let's see here. Hold on. I can see Shawn is mute. Yep.
Change that to, there you go.
There we go.
Now they'll hear me. Yeah.
All right. Now they might. Hold on. Let's find. Oh, wait. No naughty button. Let's see here.
Now they'll hear me. They will hear him now. They'll hear me now.
Yeah, but you're really low.
Yeah, see, there he is.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I don't know what the first part of that conversation looked like because I was just talking to myself, apparently.
Oh, you were asking me now about my Focusrite. I have the 8i6. It's the Scarlet 8i6, first generation. It's old, but it works. That's why I'm hesitant to change it to some of those other boards I was telling you about because...
who needs a bathroom built? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just so tired. Look, so for those of you guys that are wondering why I just look so defeated, I got this new mixer and it's literally perfect. It's like exactly what I wanted. There's 2 buttons on the fucking thing. There's 2 buttons. There's one that's like auto gain where you press it and you talk into it and it adjusts all of your audio so you sound good. And I'm like, perfect. None of those fucking like go up with this one. What's a mid? I don't even know what the fuck mid, low, and high do. Right? I have no idea. I've watched videos on it. People explain it to me. It's like learning fucking Mandarin. Right? And I'm just like, I need something like this. Finally get this, and it's just like, oh, if you have a Mac, all of the audio is going to come out at one time. It's just for some reason. And I get it. I've heard everybody's like, get rid of your... No, listen, fuck you. We've talked about this. We've had this conversation.
No, Macs are a good computer. You just got to find a workaround. That's all.
Yeah. So, long story short, I asked AI what to do, and I went through like all these steps. So I think it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. What was it, 2 nights ago? Yeah, 2 nights ago, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Last night I was trying to fuck with it again. And then tonight so I did find a workaround. There's a program called Loopback, or an app called Loopback, where you can isolate the microphone. We finally did it. And then like 30 seconds, I guess with the trial version, it runs for 20 minutes and then it's like, gotcha. So like 30 seconds before the show started this morning, it like this thing popped up on my screen and it goes, your trial has ended. And I was like, what? And I had to hit the buttons. Like I had to change all the inputs right before the show. So basically this is like, you could really like, if you wanted to fight me, like have a fist fight, I wouldn't be like, all right, no, like I don't want to. If you asked me to build something, like change the oil in your car, like all that stuff. But if you ask me, hey, can you reprogram this computer? I will fold like a fucking lawn chair. I'll be like, I can't, I don't know. I don't have the, I can't do it. Fucking nerds. Fucking nerds. When a nerd tries to explain something to me, like I get upset. I get like physically upset.
It's like, shut up, bro.
I'm like you little bastard. Like, and they're usually like 20 years younger than me, and I'm like, I start to get that old guy, like,
get
like
off my lawn.
Yeah. Like, I was
Now, you kids, why
I
don't you
was
do a
ri-
real job?
I rode my bike across town to go to my buddy's house, 17 miles.
Yeah.
You know,
I walked uphill to and from school every day. And
both
it's like
ways.
uphill to and from. How does that work?
Both ways. Nice hat, Misfit.
Right.
Yeah, we got a. So this is a new.
I like that hat.
This is a new affiliate, and potential sponsor of the show. We'll see if they want to do actual ads. But the affiliate links in my social media. This is the Heartbeat brand, and this is the Charlie Kirk version. But they got We the People under it. I got the American flag one, and I got another American flag one. They're really nice hats. I don't usually like this style, but these ones, they're made really well. Code MISFIT25 if you guys want 25% off theheartbeatbrand.com. All right, let's get to the weekly breakdown. It's been a week. So I went to Brave, and I typed in this thing for some reason. These are the same stories that popped up. Yeah, these are the same story. These are all either Brave's broken or something's wrong with my cookies or history.
No, the news cycle is painfully slow right now. Is what's going on.
It's definitely something weird because those are the exact same stories from yesterday and the day before, which is why I've had to
then you probably got
yeah.
cash or something.
I've had to use DuckDuckGo. Why is this giving me Portland? Why is this giving me local news? Hold on. All regions. Hold on, we're trying this. Let's go. News. Why is it giving me local news? San Antonio, Arlington, Salt Lake City. What in the hell is going on, Shawn? It's giving me San Antonio. Something's up.
I don't know.
You know what we should do? I have an idea. We should go
to citizenfreepress.com. You'll get the rundown.
Nah, I got a better idea.
Or Bongino Report.
For the weekly breakdown, maybe we should do this, right? Oh, what did I do? We should go look at LFA, and let's go over our shows. Let's see here.
That's a easy one, yeah.
All right, so we got Nobody's Happy with Congress. That was from today. Dude, by the way, my favorite part of this new partnership with LFA is having Eli make these
he's great with the thumbnails. He's unbelievable.
I thought that I was getting pretty good with the thumbnails, but this is next level. So
he takes it to another level.
Yeah. So my show from today was Woke Wednesday. And we were talking about the Jake Lang thing. I'm going to be having on Tim. What's Tim's last name?
Tim Hale.
Tim Hale.
Tim Hale.
I'll be having Tim Hale.
Man, I had him on twice a couple years ago. He's a great dude.
And he was who is he, like Jake Lang's like cellmate or something? And he's got a lot to say. And I've spoke with him before.
He knows everything that there is to know about Jake Lang, and he's not BSing.
But
he's got the goods.
Oh, and by the way, guys, if you did not already know, if you didn't see it earlier today, Shawn was on with Dan Bongino. He was a guest today.
That's right. It was a lot of fun.
Yep, you did a great job.
I busted his balls over Star Wars.
I saw
at the end.
You know what's funny?
I had to.
You know what's funny? I was watching that episode when he brought up Star Wars,
Ewoks and Jar Jar Binks,
and I was
so mad yesterday. I was working out yesterday, listening to it, and I was like, "Did he just say Jar Jar's better than the Ewoks?" Oh, I'm definitely bringing that up tomorrow.
Hey, what's up, Dylan Fillion in the chat? But
I love Dylan. Dylan's a great guy.
As soon as he said it, I was like, "Oh, Shawn's gonna be pissed," and I was like, "He's."
I was not happy.
And I was actually gonna text you, and I forgot. I don't know why I forgot to text you, and I was gonna be like, "Yo, you gotta come at Dan for that one." And when I saw you do it, it was so hilarious because I was like,
"Yeah, I had to do it. I had to." Well, his team, like Guy and Justin, are big Star Wars fans, and Guy is just like a Star Wars purist,
Yeah.
So I've spoken to him before about we've had conversations if I'm going to fill in for Vince or something, and then I'd be like, "So on the Star Wars front, have you ever watched this YouTube channel?" And he's like, "I've never heard of it. It's so great." So next week when I'm down there's going to be probably a lot of Star Wars conversation. But I had to do it. I had to do it today. I was like, if we're door knocking, the only time I'd ever want a door slammed in your face is if you say that the Ewoks are less annoying than Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar is the most annoying Star Wars character in history. There's nothing worse than Jar Jar. Yeah. And he's like, no, you're banned from the show now. I'm like, oh, great.
Well,
it was funny.
It was actually kind of like, I was kind of taken back too, because like when I was listening to him live, I was like, who the fuck hates Ewoks? I was like, no.
I got to push back on that, okay? Because the Ewoks are extremely annoying. They're extremely annoying, but they're not as annoying as Jar Jar Binks. It's just a fact. Yeah, it's a settled argument. Okay,
Ewoks were like comic relief in the originals, and that's why like you like them. I'm not saying that they were like, you know, pivotal characters. I'm just saying like, who the fuck hates little tiny teddy bears walking around throwing rocks at people?
Yeah, because they were ridiculous. You know, they were there. They were used to market to kids, and you know, they're originally supposed to be Wookiees, and then they kind of swapped the name to Ewok, right? So instead of Wookiee, Ewok, yeah. And so they tried to market it to kids a little more with the teddy bears. It is quite ridiculous that the Galactic Empire was defeated by teddy bears in that episode. Like, kind of dumb, because you have the Emperor in Return of the. Now we're doing a Star Wars show. So
you know, I was actually gonna let's roll with this because I love it.
You have the Emperor taunting Luke on the Death Star, and he's like, a legion of my best troops await them on Endor, and then you have them getting beat by teddy bears. Like, it's ridiculous. But that does not make them worse characters than Jar Jar Binks. It just doesn't. Yes. Period. It's settled.
Yeah, Jar Jar was the worst because I don't know why.
I will get Star Wars Theory. I will find him. I will message him on X. He's the best Star Wars YouTuber in the world. He's the best. And I'll make sure Star Wars Theory goes on Dan's show, and they'll have the Ewok discussion. And say, I'll stay out of it. He's an expert. That's it. No, it's great. It's really great.
We're bumming out K-Hart. He's like, Star Wars and Star Trek are of no interest to me. My dad ruined them by watching them all the time. This convo is over my head. All right, we'll jump off the convo, but before we do, I want to get Shawn's thoughts on The Mandalorian, because I love. What do you think of The Mandalorian?
Okay. I'm sorry.
I love The Mandalorian.
I only watched the first season. I enjoyed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't pick it up. I know I have to catch up on it.
It gets
I just
better.
didn't.
It gets.
I know that the first season was great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And then Boba Fett. You have to watch it in the order it was released. I think is the way they do it chronologically. But Boba Fett, the show was really good, and the guy who plays Boba Fett is really good too. But we'll get off.
I thought the Kenobi series was good too.
Yeah, Kenobi was okay. It was good
for the scenes that him and Anakin were in. That's the only reason why I really liked it. The Reva story, the Leia story,
Yeah.
But the scenes where Anakin, who was played by Hayden Christensen in the Vader suit, so like that, I was like goosebumps crazy. And then Ewan McGregor is a phenomenal actor. I watched that and I was like, this is all I need. I need this.
I think that what's his name, Hayden Christensen. He was unappreciated at the time, and then after
underappreciated for sure. Yeah, well, he was working with a shitty script.
Yeah,
the script was awful.
Yeah, they gave
and they're
him
like,
horrible
oh, he's a
lines.
whiny kid, and I'm like, yeah, well, Anakin was like a pivotal like emo teen that went to the dark side.
That's true.
Whatever.
That's true.
But now you look at the new movies. The new movies are so like not Star Wars that everyone likes the sequels now or the prequels. So it's like it's hysterical. The prequels were like everyone used to dunk on the prequels, and then they did the 7, 8, 9, and those movies are just that. But I can go on for hours, and K-Hart doesn't want us to go on for hours.
Okay,
so okay.
We'll get to this. We'll do your thumbnail.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. What?
Your thumbnail past the save. I remember you in the chat. You were like, "Do you get it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Shawn. Yeah, we get it. Past the save. There's the."
No, I didn't say that. Eli said, "Do you get it?" I didn't say that.
Eli said that. Yeah. I thought that was you. But it's the salt says save act, and it's like I love this guy. He does the best. By the way, this one's
so fun.
This one's amazing too, but nobody understands it because nobody really knows who Mark Slapinski is. I just picked a TDS person that nobody knows.
I thought that was Matt Gates at first.
Oh no, that would be good.
Well, it looks like Matt Gates.
It's so funny because we basically ran out of time on this show, and so look, let's talk about that because we got TDS Tuesday is basically I just pick somebody that has TDS and I just like talk about them at the end of the show. So like this guy, I had him on my podcast. He's like a Canadian who was more like sounded more conservative Canadian, and he was talking about Pierre Poilievre and like how Trump was doing a good job and how this and that, and he was like not TDS at all. And then I think like when Trump like tweeted at Canada or something like something, I can't remember which one it was, but you know how Trump is like bullying Canada kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah. 51st state and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so like when he did that, like this guy went off the rails TDS. Like when you go to his, let's look at it right now. Let's go check it out. Let's do it together. It's fun. This guy is like, I had to mute him. And I'm like, dude, what the? He was like, Donald Trump's a rapist. Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. Mark, here we go. All right, let's go and see if he still has TDS. Okay. Trump has once again threatened to end all trade with Spain. He is insane. He must be impeached. You're Canadian, dude.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Trump.
Now, hey, by the way, you want to impeach him? Become a 51st state. Now we get you some congressmen, some senators. You can impeach them. But if you can't do it if you're another country guy.
But bro,
all right, I'm just saying.
Bro, look at what's on the screen. He's literally confirmed Trump raped minors, and it's all on tape. Bro. Of course, not all conservatives are stupid, but if you use this app regularly and haven't succumbed to the Trump cult, conservatives and this is him, by the way. What is this?
Oh, he is a consumer of many gallons of soy.
So he was saying like, and the funny thing is like a conservative Canadian is like an American liberal, and he was saying that the Iranians in Canada should be deported if they support Donald Trump trying to free the Iranians in Iran. It's so wild.
Oh my God.
So wild, dude. But yeah, look at every tweet this is like, what's his name?
Oh, Brennan just nuked somebody in your chat. Wow.
Oh, good.
Nice. That's it.
Good.
He must have been acting like a fool.
I didn't even get to see that one. This is like the midget brothers. What are they called? The Krasensteins.
John Fetterman said, we should kill the new Ayatollah 100%. I'm sorry, I like him. I'm sorry.
Dude, it's like, did he just say that on the?
Yeah, it's on Citizen Free Press on X. It's on X. I'll send you the link in the video chat. He said it on News Nation on an interview. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
I love him.
I'll send it to you. I'll say I would never vote for him if he's going to continue to be pro-trans and pro-abortion.
No, you never could.
He's been real funny on the right side of the.
We should kill every last member of Iran's leadership. His son is now in charge. They should kill him too.
Kill every last member of their.
Did you see when he was watching the boat explode? And he went,
boom.
Oh yeah, you watched it live. Yeah, boom. Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, well, maybe they will.
This is so funny.
In the meantime, he's been elected by their 88 clerics to be the guy in charge.
And I heard this guy is not even.
It's hard to see how we're better
he's not
off
like nobody's seen him.
Kill them all.
No. The Ayatollah's son.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know where he is. No one knows where he is. He's they used a cardboard cutout the other day, like a picture of him.
Dude, there was some. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, somebody who definitely has TDS was like, this is so embarrassing. Trump is so ridiculous. And it was the AI video where they put the cardboard guy, where Trump like pulled the curtains back, and they thought it was real. They were like, so like Trump, the cardboard Ayatollah. Have you seen the memes going around?
Yes.
Okay, so like, remember?
I need somebody to make Marco Rubio a cardboard cutout so that he's the new Ayatollah.
They already did it. They already did it.
Okay.
It's already.
I haven't been paying attention.
It's already happened. But
yeah, I've been pulling back on social media just a little bit. It's just been, I need a little, how it is.
I've done it before.
I gotta just. I'm on it a lot. I'm on it every day. But I'm gonna just let my mind heal a little bit.
Yeah, I might even do that this weekend. I might just call it, from Friday night till Monday morning, just
detox.
Yeah, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the video where Trump has the reporter in the Oval and he pulls the curtain back. I can't remember what he was showing. It was some painting. It was some like famous painting. And so somebody AI'd that video, and when he pulls the curtain back, it's the cardboard Ayatollah. And one of these like crazy TDS people thought it was real. And it's like, bro, like, not only is that ridiculous, but like, it's a video that we've all seen before. Like, so
Right.
it was just the easiest AI thing to spot. But that's why we do TDS Tuesday. Everyone's freaking out about this kid Kai, right? Have you heard of this? The kid, this guy. So he's the new director or something of the college Republicans, and he's a Nick Fuentes adjacent. Yeah. And so I talked to him because I was following him, and I didn't notice any, groipery stuff. But then, Milk Bar, Nathan Livingstone, Milk Bar TV.
Oh yeah, if you say something, he's finding it.
If he comes at you, I feel bad for you. But
between him or Maze Moore, those two, woo.
Yeah, he put a super cut together, and it was. The guy's like James Fishback. He's being racist towards Byron Donalds. He's got a picture with Nick Fuentes. He talked about Nick Fuentes, said he was a fan of Nick Fuentes. And then there's like this quote where he was like, "You sound like a kike," and this, that. And so I'm like, I made a post and I go, because he was like, everyone's trying to attack me and censor me. What everybody does. Why am I going? I got to go full screen or us. You know what you've seen this a dozen times, right? Somebody gets called out for something that they've said, and then they say that everyone's trying to cancel them. And it's like, no, we're not trying to cancel you. It's like, we're just going, hey, you said this, and I want to know why you said this. So he messaged me privately, and he was like, "Oh man, so this is the whole explanation." And I'm like, I don't really buy that. He's basically saying like, if you take a picture with Nick Fuentes, it's the same thing as like Donald Trump taking a picture with Jeffrey Epstein, and you can't judge like one based on, you can't judge by a picture. I'm like, no. So look, here's the thing, and I'm getting a little tired of getting gaslit on this subject, right? There is no guilt by association from anyone that I've seen. Nobody is judging you merely on association. That is not what's happening. People are judging you based on actions. Now, your associations, when combined with your actions, is a force multiplier. So let's hypothetically, right? Let's say you just took a picture with Nick Fuentes. There was a picture of you. There's no other context. You are standing in a photograph with Nick Fuentes, and that's all we know, right? Nobody's judging you for that, right? Nobody. Now, when you put you saying like you sound like a kike, and when you're saying like, oh, Byron Donalds has a bad physiognomy, like, and you say James Fishback is like is going to become the new governor, and you when you couple that with a bunch of other shit, and then there's a video of you going like, yeah, I listened to Nick Fuentes, and I started really getting like blah blah blah, then people are judging you by your actions, and they're showing you a picture of you with Nick Fuentes, and going, hey. Hey, all this sort of fits. So,
yeah, you're painting yourself a bad picture here.
Well, it's like so Jake Lang. Did you hear what Jake Lang said about the 15-year-old thing? Did you hear his excuse?
No.
He's
this will be great.
Shawn, I'm telling you, this is great. Hold on. I spoke to somebody who spoke to him. Let's just put it that way. He said that he was just trying to get contestants for a bikini contest at one of the protests. and he was making sure that the girl was of age because, if you're in a bikini contest, you have to be over 16.
I'm done. I want off the ride. All right, I'm going first. The Jets bring back Geno Smith. Then now I am going public with information that's leading to the arrest of Hillary Clinton tomorrow. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done.
Oh, that's right. Emerald Sonic swims. Oh yeah, your hair really is short.
It's short.
swimsuit. Yeah, Emerald Sonic in the chat. It was supposed to be a swimsuit competition at a protest, and that never happened, by the way. So, yeah, actually, I can say who it was because he was.
Wait a second. There's going to be a swimsuit competition at a protest in March. Who's wearing a swimsuit in March?
Actually,
or is he saying for future?
Actually, this was back in December, but it was in Texas.
Oh, it's even better. Okay, all right, fair.
But it was supposed to be in Texas. It's just he was better off just saying nothing. But yeah, it was
say nothing.
It was Alex Rosen, right? So Alex made a post, right? Let's actually just go and see if we can. Let's see if we can pull this up.
You know, I'm glad Alex Rosen's going to confirm. I was like, someone should send Alex Rosen to this guy after what he did with this 15-year-old or whatever.
Bro, I got a little bit worried. I had to actually. Alex, I think, trolled me, right? Like he trolled me with this one because, like, and I told Alex straight to his well, not his face, but I text him. I go, Alex, I didn't know if you were being sarcastic or not because of how dumb you are. And he like laughed at it. Let's see here. Jake Lang. It was this freaking kid who I blocked. I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. So here it is. We don't have to play the video, but it's Alex Rosen jumps in right here. Here we go. So Alex Rosen goes, guys, relax. Jake confirmed the authenticity of the messages, and he was just looking for people for a bikini protest. Chill, please. So I was like, Alex, I don't know if you're being sarcastic. And then I hit him up, and he was like, oh yeah, man, no, totally. I mean, it's exactly what you do when you go to a protest, right? Your producers hit up 15-year-olds and ask them if they want to be in a bikini contest. I mean, obviously, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, so you know what the irony of this is, right? Jake admitted those are real texts. So
yeah, he showed his ass.
By trying to make an excuse that his I don't know, producer or whoever, his agent, whoever, apparently that person used his Instagram account to talk to a 15-year-old, but he said, yeah, no, they're totally legit. We were just looking for a contestant. But then he's calling them baby, asking when,
sweetie,
yeah, no. When do you turn 16?
There wasn't no producer.
Oh my God.
And I have on good authority, I can't say who, that I know somebody else that happened to.
From like where Jake tried to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I said before I even knew about this, if I ever catch that dude in real life, it's probably hands. It's just there's an ick that I get from certain people. Ian Carroll's one of them, and like Jake Lang.
Oh yeah, Ian Carroll he's definitely got a case of the ick.
Which is the weirdest one. It's like I get this like sixth sense like autistic vibe thing, right? I don't have it for Jake Shields, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Myron Gaines. I don't have it for any of them. But Jake Shields, I get like a
Jake Lang.
Or sorry, yeah, Jake Lang. And for some reason, Ian Carroll. Like those are the two. And it's like it's a strange, I can't explain it. I'm like if I was in a room with you, I'd probably you know?
Yeah.
You know, and actually this happened to me before. I told my brother's friends were all like, why don't you like that dude Sam? I go, I don't know. I go, but I want to murder him. And then I don't know, like 6 months later, this guy Sam that was hanging out with my brother's friends. And I was like rude to him. I got a bad vibe off him. Everybody loved him. And I was like, I don't know. Like 6 months later, he shot himself in his bathtub because SWAT was about to go into his house and take him for being a sex trafficker of children. Yep. So my vibe is not for nothing. So Thomas Massey is now not looking good on Kalshi.
His odds increased today.
Okay.
But that's one of those sell the rumor, buy the news, or buy the rumor, sell the news days. It's all it is.
Yeah. It could
He's gonna lose.
Could be a pump and dump.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah. So Ed Galrain, this was March 10th, which was yesterday. Ed Galrain hit 52% over Massey at 51. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm not going to go digging for it, but Shawn remembers. I don't know if everybody in the chat remembers, but Massey clapped back at me because when Ed Galrain was at, I think it was like 19%.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I didn't remember that I put $500. I put $500 on Trump to beat Kamala, and I think the payout was like 973. I didn't remember that I won, right? So I opened up Kalshi just to look, and it said you have a $973 balance. And then I was going to look at the Kalshi odds for the Ed Galrain Massey race, and it was like Ed Galrain's at like 19%, so it was 973 to win $4,000. And I was like, well, because I didn't even remember that I made the original bet,
might as well. Found money.
Yeah, I basically like, this is money that I didn't even know I had. I dropped it all on Ed Galrain, and I made a post, and Massey commented under it, and Massey was like, what a stupid bet. You should get your money back if it ever goes back up, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, I'm going to bookmark this shit, and I'm going to throw it in your face as much as possible, because there is no way that dude stays at 19% when he's being endorsed by Trump. And I think a lot of people are waking up to the Massey grift, like a lot of people. Right, because
they're definitely waking up to it. The guy's he's a fraud.
Let's go over.
He's not. His only principles that guide him is what is good for Thomas Massey. That's it.
Yep, and I've been saying that for a while, but I think it's interesting his new strategy of just lying, just straight
up lying,
just straight lying. Where is it? Wasn't that long ago? Damn, he posts a lot. I noticed you commented under it too, but he literally was just like.
Yeah, he blocked me under his congressman account, but his Massey for Kentucky account, he did not block me under. So,
I think it might be Massey for KY.
Yeah, Massey for KY.
Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. He goes. He basically is implying that Ed Galrain, who changed his party designation from Republican to Independent in 2016. He's like claims that means that Ed Galrain was so disgusted with Donald Trump that he changed his party affiliation. This is literally like, is this the one? Yes, this is the quote from Ed Galrain. He said that he changed his registration out of frustration with the broken system Congressman Massey created in his district, which hurt the Republican Party, and he's proud to stand with Donald Trump. Massey read that, and he went, yeah, he definitely hated Trump. It's like, no, he literally saying, I hate you.
He's saying, yeah, exactly.
And then he just goes, a spokesperson's trying to do damage control said I made him leave. No, he hated Trump. It's like, dude, no, like he's literally saying it. There's no, so Massey's new strategy, I guess, is to try to convince people that Ed Galrain doesn't like Trump. But Massey doesn't like Trump. So why would he think that a candidate who doesn't support Trump would be a negative, right? So isn't he kind of admitting that his strategy of being like, anti-Trump is actually hurting him?
Yeah. Yeah,
because like I pulled the numbers, dude. He is the number one GOP member that has voted against Trump in both terms, right? By a mile. He's the number 3 Republican that has voted against Trump. Against his own party in the. I think it's in. Is it the past? How long is the Congress only a year? Is it a year?
2 years.
2 years every time. So yeah, the past 2 years. So in the past 2 years, he's number 3 in voting against his own party, and he's voted against Trump more than any other GOP member for both terms. It's crazy. So like when you say rhino, right? Like Republican in name only.
In name only. Right.
Usually you're talking about somebody like Cornyn or Gonzalez who has they've made Tom Tillis. They've made some bad calls. They've they work with Democrats kind of like behind the scenes, but they're really like, they mostly vote with the GOP. Massey is a libertarian who's literally got the record to show that he is a literal rhino, right?
Right.
And people keep telling me that that's a good thing. They're like, yeah, because he has principles. Okay, hold on. If he has principles, right, and he's voting against the party who's more principled than the Democrats, how does he have principles? Right? Like
My favorite was his whole fiscal responsibility thing, and he was the deciding vote in the House Rules Committee May of 2023 on the legislation that allowed the debt ceiling to be suspended under Joe Biden. And people are like, well, he was promised it's because he secured spending cuts. I said, he secured them? Where are the spending cuts?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get them, so he didn't secure them. So, okay, so either he's not principled and he did not want to be the one guy holding up everything in the House because whatever, he just didn't want to do that in 2023. And he said he got spending cuts to give himself cover to vote to advance this legislation, or he's not principled at all and he caved and he thought he got the spending cuts because he trusted Kevin McCarthy. There's no good outcome here.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother knows you can't trust Kevin McCarthy. So if he took Kevin McCarthy at his word, he's a novice. Yeah. He's not a good strategic politician. You got to know that Kevin McCarthy's lying. And if not, then you shouldn't be in there. You're getting played, bro. You're just not good at your job.
Well, he voted against the bill to shut down the border. He voted against the bill that would prevent AI child porn, deepfake child porn. He voted against the SAVE Act procedural vote, which could have
the rule to the floor, yeah, which could have killed it.
Right? And it almost did. I think there was only 2 votes. It only won by 2 votes. So
yeah,
he's constant. Like, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, if you think that the job of a congressman is to go in there and vote on his or her principles, that's not how this works, right?
Nope.
We have a representative government. Their job is to take the temperature of the people in their district and vote the way those people would
It's
vote.
actually the easiest job in the world, because if anyone asks, why did you vote a certain way on this, you say, because my constituents asked me to.
That's what my constituents want.
It's the easiest job in the world. You literally don't even have to take responsibility for your votes.
Yeah.
You could just say, it's because my constituents, if it's the truth and you have actually consulted with them, you could say, the reason why I voted in favor or not in favor of this bill is because my constituents said so.
Yeah.
It's the easiest job.
Like, if
you just literally quite literally pass the buck.
Let me put it this way. If AOC, right? If AOC voted for like a pro-gun legislation, she would not be doing her job, right?
No, her constituents don't want her to do that.
Exactly, right? So, like, even though we know the Constitution is very clear, right? The Second Amendment shall not be infringed. We know that. But if AOC voted for a pro-2A legislation, she would not be doing her job, because we have representative government in this country. And what that means is you represent the people, you take the temperature. So, like, the only people that really have a hard job are people in like swing districts and purple districts, where it's like really, like, you don't really know like which way the wind's blowing. But people that are in like deep blue, deep red, like Kentucky 4th is deep red. They have the easiest job ever, because they know how they're supposed to vote, right? It's like, it's a heavily favored district. So, like, when you have representative government, let's say you wanted to change the Constitution, amend the Constitution, what have you, AOC is supposed to vote the way her constituents want, so that we know where the temperature of the country is. So it's like, okay, those people really are deep blue. AOC is representing deep blue. She's actually doing her job when she votes deep blue, right? Like,
well, that's why, Susan Collins out of Maine,
she
is like one of the only ones I'd say gives a pass, because she's actually in a Democrat state, but she's so I don't like it, but she's quite literally, like, quote unquote, doing her job.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, when I see these and this, like, I mean, I think you were talking about it on your show today. It's like Congress has the lowest approval. Like, nobody trusts Congress, because when everybody kind of knows, like everybody knows that they are in there voting and making laws and doing their job the way that their big donors, their big PACs, or their, like whoever they have some type of deal with want them to, not the way we want them to. And everybody knows how this country's supposed to run, but doesn't. So like, it really is just becoming a situation where we need to put it, like, I'm really happy about Brandon Herrera going in there. This is like a long, arduous process to fix this system. This system is not getting fixed overnight. You need to continuously put people, and hey, Brandon Herrera could, end up upsetting us, and like we might be looking back on this and be like, oh, we were wrong about him too. I hope not. I don't think so, but you never know. But you need to start I've already said how I would do it. I'd be like, I would really just focus on, does the person who's running for office, do they really want to be there, or do they feel like they were called to be there? Are they a service member or like a first responder? Are they a business owner? Are they a blue collar worker, like people that like actually represent America, or were they like a tech guy who created a program, became rich, and then went to Congress and continued to get rich? Are they a bartender? Are they a former stripper? Are they like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we need to start.
Anna Paulina Luna.
Yeah. We need to start really thinking about who we're putting in to represent us, because I'm seeing a lot of, and you know what the trend I'm seeing with a lot of people, and I know this is only on social media. Social media is not really real life, but I'm seeing a lot of people who like really do fall for the clout trap, where they're like,
oh yeah,
I support this person because their personality. Who cares about their personality?
Well, that's, and I'm not trying to take a shot. That's Trump. That's because of Trump. Because Trump ran on his personality was what most people gravitated towards, and so they think that other people can run a campaign like that, where you're calling people names and you're doing stunts and things. Trump is unique.
But Trump was being honest. He wasn't
right. Well, that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's why Trump is unique. He's not doing it for the sake of doing it. He's doing it because it was honest, right?
Yeah, they're trying
Whereas
to
Valentina Gomez is doing this to get views, and it didn't work because
Exactly.
you could see it was just a stunt.
Yeah, they're trying to recreate Trump, but by doing so, it's impossible to recreate Trump. I mean,
right.
There is only
because
one
Trump was being honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't fabricated. It wasn't a prop. He wasn't doing anything,
Yeah, he just had no filter. He didn't give a
clicks.
shit,
and that's how he's always been.
Yeah, and I mean,
Queens guy.
And we got the there's the debate about like Marco Rubio or JD Vance, right? It's like it's 3 years out, guys. We're not there yet, but I know why Marco Rubio is going up in the betting markets, and that's because he's on TV more, right? Where's JD Vance been? That's it. It's literally like, and when JD Vance starts getting back on TV, and when he does something, he's going to jump up again. It's like people literally follow this like popularity cycle, or like where whatever is getting like trending, as opposed to what's their voting record. What have they said in the past? What's their policy positions? Right. What's this? It's like you guys are you're picking your representatives all wrong, right? You should be looking for what experience do they have, or even their personality is enough. Like that, like Trump, the reason why people voted for Trump, they wanted the country run like a business. He said he was going to run it like a business, and they knew he was a businessman. He was a no bullshit guy after we had been fed bullshit for decades, and that's why people voted for him, right? And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He's like, I'm going to cut your taxes. He did. He said, I'm going to like this, and this, right? And when you get somebody who's like, I would say like the smart, like, let me try to think of somebody who's running right now. Who's running right now? Oh, John Cornyn. Perfect example. John Cornyn, right? When you get somebody like John Cornyn, where you have his voting record, you have like him being, flippity floppity, and then he comes out and he's like, well, he didn't come right out and say it, but it's pretty obvious that he is pretty much holding the country hostage to get an endorsement from Donald Trump. That's the guy you shouldn't vote for. Meanwhile, you have Ken Paxton. What has he done? Well, they fucking impeached him over bullshit because he was so effective at his job. And I think that that's a very similar case to Trump. If they're really scared of somebody to the point where they'll like make up lies and try to weaponize, the system against them to try to get them out, I think that that's like a positive for me. I saw them do it to Kerry Lake. I saw them do it to Ken Paxton. I saw them do it to Trump. So when the system is scared of somebody, I kind of like the candidate, Brandon Herrera. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got to be careful with that sometimes because, like, that's what Andrew Tate is running. The Matrix is coming after me. So when it's
you have to have discernment.
You got to use discernment.
Yeah.
But yes, I generally agree with what you're saying in that regard. Like, if you can see the system, the actual system,
the
system's going after Andrew Tate
you can't
because
just say
Andrew Tate is because Andrew Tate, is on camera beating up a 15-year-old. That's why the system's coming after him.
He was just trying to have a bikini contest.
Bikini
Bikini contest in Romania. That's all.
Right.
What is there's this really, really strange pattern of behavior with that whole group too. Like Jake, Sneeko, Nick Fuentes. Even Tucker, I think, was at one time said that 14 to 16-year-olds are like mature, like what sexually mature, bro. What?
Nick said that a couple weeks ago, and I was
Nick said Epstein's not a pedophile because his victims were sexually mature. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you try to pass a technicality,
and there are people who are like, oh, well, he's right. You're the pedophile protector guy. Like you're literally defending that. That's not cool.
Bro.
Stop it.
Starting to think there is an elite group of satanic pedophiles. They're just the people that are pointing out that there's an elite group of satanic pedophiles.
Yeah, it's one of those, the left always accuses you of what they're doing.
Yeah. I think thou doth protest too much.
Thou doth protest too much.
I think we're gonna have to check those Massey numbers after today because the rally.
I think the rally drove them in the opposite direction because it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. You sometimes you hear that like with cryptocurrency, the same thing will happen to be like Bitcoin ETF is going to get confirmed tomorrow and the price goes down short term, but then as more inflows happen, it recovers. So that's, I think, what happened today.
Well, I was explaining this today about the oil price. Like Iran came out and they were like, oil's going to go 200 a barrel because we're going to shut off the Strait of Hormuz. First of all, you have no Navy left. Everybody's dead. Like, you're not shutting down shit. Like, you might get one or two ships, but no. But so you saw how the market reacted over the past week or so, right? Where it went way down and then it went way up and then it regulated. You know this because you trade crypto and everything. It's like the price, the volatility, when it happens like that, it's usually a panic sell-off that will correct itself when the positions get settled. And then depending on whether or not the people who panicked were just panicking and like they were wrong about their panicking, or if they were like, okay, I panicked, but I just re-entered my positions. That's what usually happens. So what basically happened was the panic people, they sold off real quick, or they put those positions in. Then they were like, wait a minute, Trump's actually probably going to solve this really soon. Like, this is not actually going to be World War III. It's not going to be. And look, I don't care what you see online. When money's involved, they're not going to say, or they're not going to believe it's World War III when it's actually not World War III, right? They're not going to
correct.
They're not stupid, right? So the market is actually telling you that real people, real investors, real smart people who know about geopolitics and they know about how, the global economy works, they don't think that this is going to be a long conflict.
It's already just I don't want to say it's over because it's not, but it's for all intents and purposes pretty much wrapped up. And the only Americans that died didn't even die in Iran. They died it was Kuwait.
Yeah,
in a drone strike.
Yeah, well, you know what it reminded me of? Have you seen Avengers Endgame? No,
I never watched it. I wasn't until that Avengers stuff.
So many people have seen it, so
Star Wars only.
So for those of you in the chat or those of you that are watching, in Avengers Endgame, Thanos, Scarlet Witch has Thanos, and she's just like about to rip him apart. And he goes to his general. He goes, "Rain hellfire," right? And the guy goes, "But sir, our troops," right? And he goes, "Just do it." And they literally just start bombing everybody. They bomb their own people. They bomb the enemy, and they literally just rained. That's what happened in Iran. Iran was like, just fire rockets everywhere. Right, fire rockets everywhere.
Yep.
They killed the Ayatollah. Fire rockets everywhere. Don't care if you hit our troops. Don't care if you hit our allies. Don't care who you hit. And it was probably an order that Khomeini gave while he was still alive. Like when he was still alive.
I think it was. There was a report that there was an order that he gave to the IRGC that said, in the event of my death, do whatever you want to do. And whatever you think is necessary. And that's essentially what happened. It was a dumb move to hit your Arab neighbors, but I mean, never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake.
Well, this is what people don't understand, right? All the people that are sort of like, trying to like, they're trying to assess how the IRGC is like strategizing about this, not realizing that it is an Islamic death cult. Okay.
Yeah. There is no strategy.
They love death, right? Like they love it, right? It's ingrained in them. And if the Ayatollah, let's say hypothetically, I don't know if this is 100% true, but let's just say this is what happened. If the Ayatollah was like, if they ever take me out, I want you to just bomb everybody. They're thinking that is the honorable thing to do. They're like, it's
well, yeah. Well, the Ayatollah is not just a political figure.
Yeah,
he's a religious. He's a religious, like nearly demigod. Like he's a deity.
Yeah.
So to defy him would be like essentially defy an extension of Allah.
Yeah.
But he has like the divine right to rule. And so you don't want to go against that because you think by defying the supreme leader, you're going to hell.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he said that to them, they're not going to respond with, well, won't they get mad at us? They're not going to even...
Yeah, because that doesn't matter because this is spiritual for them.
Yeah, they're not even going to consider that. They're going to go, yes, sir, that's exactly what we'll do.
Right.
And I think that's exactly what they did. And I think they depleted all... I mean, I don't know what they said. Somebody said they had like 25% of their rockets left. And I'm like, okay, so it's been a week. And they have 25% of their rockets left. So I guess by like Wednesday, they'll have 0%. Right? It's like,
and we just dropped the Moab on their on something, or allegedly dropped the Moab.
Yeah, let's look that up.
I don't think it's confirmed yet, but I think there was a ballistic missile production site that Hegseth and Raising Cane were targeting, and I think they took it out.
Okay, massive.
It was producing 200 ballistic missiles a month.
What was it? Is it the GBU 57 bunker? Hold on.
Oh, I don't know what it was. It was an underground missile site, apparently, and it was on Citizen Free Press. They're talking about it.
30,000 pound bunker buster designed to penetrate.
Also unconfirmed reports that the Ayatollah has been in a coma. The new Ayatollah has been in a coma for 12 days. So
yeah. Well, they might have. I mean, they got pretty much his whole family. They might have got him too, and he just didn't die, or maybe he did die and they're just pretending he didn't. I don't know.
They're pretending he didn't. Who knows?
Yeah, it looks like that's a big boom, and it looks like it's real. This is not what the United States did to Hiroshima. This is what the United States is doing to Tehran right now. Oh no, that's definitely not Hiroshima. Have you seen Hiroshima? That was
Hiroshima. Yeah, no.
Nah, that's nothing. Nah, we're not gonna freaking nuke them because there's too many people there that we want to free. Like that would be the dumbest move possible.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
The reports are now like people are saying, oh, so on my show, I basically was like, look, this whole school thing where they're like a tomahawk hit a school. I basically was just like, look, maybe they did, but if they did, here's probably why. And then I put it on the screen. The school was literally in the same parking lot as an IRGC military complex.
Yeah, it's just what Hamas does.
So
they stick their weapons in places that are, considered civilian targets, and then when you hit the civilian target because it's actually a military target, they go, "Oh, you're bombing civilians, genocide." It's the same shit. We've been through this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a bunch of people that are like obviously Dave Smith's like freaking out about it, but I mean, there's like a bunch of people that are like,
What doesn't Dave Smith
I
freak
know,
out about?
I know, but they're like, okay, well,
Freaking guy.
did the U.S. hit it, or did Iran hit it, or was it really a tomahawk, or was it? And I go, look, it doesn't really matter, right? It's like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it got hit, and that's that.
Yeah, like those that were, you like I do want an investigation, but it really doesn't matter, right? Like that school was maybe 50 feet from an IRGC.
Wait, and was that school in session?
Yes, and they did that on purpose. There's a
Right,
video.
yeah.
I shared a video that a guy, an Iranian guy, like posted, and he's literally got video of the military going into the schools and forcing the kids into the schools during active conflicts. This is what they want, which is why it doesn't matter.
Human shields.
Yeah, it's what it like. Look, and I get shit every time I do this like pragmatic autistic way of thinking, but it's just true. It's like you should not be shocked when civilians die in a war, and it's horrible. And yes, those children, I'm not happy about it, but whether or not it was the U.S. or Iran, it does not matter because the school was next to an IRGC military complex. It's like that means Iran did it. Doesn't matter who actually bombed them. It's Iran's fault regardless. Just like it's Hamas's fault when civilians die because they use them as human shields. It's like you got to stop trying to figure out the minutia of the little details. It's like no, it's completely awful that it happened, but there's one person responsible. It's the Iranians. Not. It's so stupid.
And it's the same people all the time. They cry that Israel's doing it, and they cry the United States is doing it. It's the same freaking people.
Yeah.
They're outrage addicts. They want to be upset about something, and they found something to be upset about. And now that's where they're at.
Speaking of outrage addicts, let's see. Trump blew up a school of little girls, then he lied about it. Dave Smith, Trump lied to your face after he killed a bunch of little girls. Ed Krasenstein, Trump lied. The U.S. military, blah, 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 killed little girls. Hodge twins, we bombed an elementary school and killed a bunch of kids. Owen Schroyer, we killed a bunch of kids. Chuck Schumer, Donald Trump lied and we killed a bunch of kids. Cory Booker, do you see what's going on here?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a trend I see here.
So you have woke left, woke right. Well, besides Krasenstein here, and I think Friedman. It's like these. The Dan Bongino was talking about this today. The plan is because, and this is what Yuri Bezmenov was talking about in the 80s, right? You cannot
ideological subversion, demoralization.
Yes, you cannot take out the military, the U.S. in a fight. It's impossible. I was watching a video on Instagram, and it was like this guy was like, "Do you know what did he say?" He goes, "Do you know what the largest was it the largest navy in the world is? It's the." Sorry, wait. Oh, yeah. He goes, do you know what the fourth largest navy in the world is? He's like, the Coast Guard. He's like, it's like the U.S. has the largest navy in the world. Then they have the Air Force, which is like the third. Then they have the Coast Guard, which is like the fourth. It's like the top three navies are the U.S. And like, he's like, you can't. So he goes on this whole like long statistical analysis of like our military power. And then he's like, so like, you basically just can't beat us. You cannot beat us in a fight ever. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to try to destroy us from within. And it's basically the Yuri Bezmenov strategy. And, it's basically, he goes into, when you look online, you are seeing the operation in real time, because when you go out to dinner, you see like a whole bunch of diversity. Everybody's having a good time. Nobody's fighting with each other. Nobody's getting mad. Nobody's yelling like this, that, and the other. And then you come online and you just see this parallel universe, which is what we've been talking about for a while. And that's the only place they can do it. They were doing it in they still are doing it in our college universities. Then Charlie Kirk started going to those universities and changing people's minds and going after the youth. And I think that's part of the reason why they killed him. I'm not saying
he was too effective. 100%.
I'm not saying it was some conspiracy theory. I'm saying that he was such a big threat that Tyler Robinson probably internalized that. And what we're seeing really is, and we're seeing the seed, right? We're seeing the creation of the PSYOP right now. And we can literally just like beat this online with people like me, Shawn, Bongino, everybody. if we just fight it now, right? It's the people who are going, oh yeah, no, I know Jake Lang is a, you know, says some crazy stuff, but it's like, no, but.
Yeah, the yeah buts pits me off, man.
Yeah, no but.
You can't yeah but somebody who's trying to groom a 15-year-old. I don't
Well,
even
even
and
before
even if
that.
we take him at his role, well, yeah, even before that. But I'm saying like now, because there were people, yeah, I get it, he's a grifter, but
Yeah.
there's no buts.
Yeah.
Stop making excuses for these guys.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People want to make, because everyone's looking for a freaking hero, and there are no heroes. It's just, it's so stupid. I can't take it.
Like I say this all the time, it's like the universities are your college professors are who are indoctrinating your kids in the real world, and your favorite influencer is the college professor of the internet. So they're signing up for these classes. They're signing up for Candace Owens University and Owen Schroyer, 101. And
well, freaking Tate had the PhD actual course,
which was
like,
targeted at young men on purpose because it's grooming. It's exactly what he literally went after young girls because young girls are stupid, and then he made them prostitutes, online prostitutes. Then when he got caught doing that and arrested and had to shut it down, he went after young boys. It's very, if you know what the signs are, you can see it's very intentional, right? It's like, why do you think Nick Fuentes is going after incels? Like literally, he's going after losers, nerds, right? And he's trying to be like their hero, their leader. They're like
it's the same way. It's the same way these gangs and drug dealers in like high school prey on these kids that are looking for something to fit in and be a part of. It's the same thing. It's the same shit.
You know what the RUF is? It's in Africa, the Revolutionary. What's it called? The Revolutionary something force, Ugandan force. I don't know, but they get these kids. They kill their parents. They kill their parents in front of them. They get them hooked on heroin at like 8 years old. Then they put a gun in their hand and they make them little soldiers. And those kids, literally kids, are running around killing people because they got them so young that it's not hard to indoctrinate a young kid. Right? It's very hard to try to indoctrinate me or Shawn, somebody that grew up before the internet, somebody that has discernment, has life experiences. But Nick Fuentes is going after people who have lived their whole life online. Andrew Tate is going after dudes who can't get laid and they feel like they, he's gonna improve their lives. He's gonna make them rich and they're gonna have so many women because Andrew Tate has scammed his way into looking like he's got the life, It's like his cars are all rented. All of his money is in crypto because if he ever put it in a bank, they'd seize it. He's not as rich as he says he is, and a lot of these people aren't as rich as they say they are. And they're just that's the grift, man.
By the way, Fetterman also said that he would never vote for this iteration of the SAVE Act. So there you go.
He won't vote for this iteration. What does that mean?
Because the Save America Act has all the anti-trans stuff in it. Yeah.
Well, then I don't support it. All right, I don't support it in its current state.
Save America.
They really, actually, you know what? It really kind of is a bad move to add that extra stuff. They really should just remove it.
In this conversation too, I don't support.
Well, I mean, it's the only way it's getting passed.
Well, I know they're playing politics, but look, the one thing I can't stand Massey, but the one thing I agree with him on, I agree with what he says, is single line item, whatever it's called. No more omnibus bills and what is it called?
Single issue bills.
Yeah, single issue bills. I don't know why they don't do that already. It's like that you should be able to go, all right, this. Because
then you can't jam pork in there, and you can't make your donors happy.
Well, also we get to see how our representatives are voting on things, where it's like your representative is voting on this. It's not like because if you guys don't know in the chat, right, this is what they do in Congress. They put a bunch of shit together, right? Some things that the Democrats want, some things that the Republicans want, and then they go, okay, if you take this out, we'll vote for it, blah, 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 right? It's like if you just went single line item voting where it's like, okay, this is the bill, one bill with one thing in it, and we're going to take a vote. Everybody on the left is going to obviously vote against it. Everybody on the right is going to vote for it, et cetera, et cetera. And you'd be able to go, okay, Representative, Smith, he voted on a border. Massey wouldn't even be able to have his excuse anymore. He voted on like a border bill where we were going to keep the border open. And it's not like, oh, I only voted for that because they were trying to raise the debt or something like that. It would be like just that bill. And we should get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
But that takes leadership.
I agree.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The system's broken. I told you the only way to fix it is to keep putting people in there that deserve to be there, and it's gonna take longer to. It's like messing up a house. It takes 10 minutes to mess up a house. It takes 3 hours to clean it, right? That's basically Congress in a nutshell. The house is filthy. It's gonna take a lot longer to clean it up than it did to trash it. Let's go find a clip of Shawn on Bongino. I bet you he put one up.
Yeah, I think I already posted one. It was 5 minutes long, though. It's a long clip. My freaking voice is shot again. Let me go grab a lozenge real fast.
All right.
I'll be right back. Oh,
Let's see here. I thought I saw it from today. Well, we'll play that while he's getting a lozenge. If you guys didn't see Shawn on Bongino today, you should go check it out. Here we go. Why is that not coming in? Oh, because I'm not on the right screen.
Because I don't really believe a lot of these people are ours, and we should claim them. Shawn, one of the things I wanted to address, I hit earlier in the show, is, man, if it was ever time for a divorce inside this party, and I'm using that term party loosely because I don't really believe a lot of these people are ours, and we should claim them. Like I said, it's not infighting. When people claim a whole set of different ideas, walk in our tent and try to, kill the host. But it's time for a divorce, and here's why. There's a math problem here. We should be spending 80% of our time on issues and like 20% of our time on cleaning up the inside of the tent. 80% outside, 20% inside. There's always going to be internal problems. Any club, team, party, whatever. The problem now is some of these doomers are spending 80% of their time attacking within the tent and then 20% of the time pretending they care about Democrats.
Okay. Well, you guys go check out the rest of that. But here, he was just talking about the 80-20 thing. I actually kind of I don't disagree with him on that. But when I was watching that, I was like, the way it's coming off is he's kind of also criticizing me, right? Because I'm calling out people 80% of the time and talking about, and I told you we got to flip that and we got to focus on the midterms, and I've been doing a good job of that, not as much as I should, but he's right. But also the way that he said it is like, maybe we shouldn't. It's kind of like, it sounded not exactly the same as Matt Walsh's argument, but it could be misconstrued that way, where it's like, we should be getting along and we shouldn't be infighting and we shouldn't be this.
No, I don't think he's definitely not suggesting getting along.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the way he said it, where I was like, what. But what he also says, he's like, these people are coming in the tent, you have to address it and you have to get rid of them. But
right.
But
they're wrecking our house.
So if people are attacking us 80% of the time, we have to defend ourselves 80% of the time. That's how
it is.
That's how I wish it would have been framed. And it was. I understood, but the random person watching might not. But he's right? It's like, this is the goal. Keep you tied up fighting the woke right, woke left, the doomers, the black pillars, the disruptors, the demoralizers. And if we're focused on them, we're not focused on the election. One thing that Bongino said that was perfect was, he's like, oh, no, wait, it wasn't Bongino. Somebody else brought up, how much time has Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Dave Smith, Candace Owens, Owen Schroyer, Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, how much time have they dedicated to the SAVE Act?
Right. I mean, they're not talking about it.
They're not.
They're not talking about it.
Yep.
That should give everybody enough at that point to be like, dude, this is the most important piece of legislation. You all are bitching about how Trump didn't. Where's the results? That's the results, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not you're talking about Jews.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about we're at World War III. It's like, dude, look, even if it were, right, Why don't you wait for it to actually be? Right now it's an operation. It's like it's an operation, right? Dave Smith seems to care more about like us being moral, like like we don't kill anybody, we don't attack anybody, we don't fight anybody, than passing legislation that would prevent the country from falling into the hands of Marxist socialists and would essentially turn our country into Iran.
Right.
So it's like he's literally like he's focusing on the what is it? The symptom, not the disease. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional. I honestly think that Dave's just dumb. I really do. I think Dave believes every word out of his mouth. That's the problem with him.
I think so too. I don't think he's lying. I think he's stupid.
No, I think Tucker Carlson's lying. I think Nick Fuentes is lying. I think Candace Owens is lying.
Yes.
I do not think Dave Smith is lying.
No.
And that's
I'll you know what? I'll push back slightly. I think Candace Owens may be half lying.
Oh yeah.
I think some of the things she believes, I think some of the things she knows. But I will say Tucker's he definitely is lying. He knows he's bullshitting.
He's too smart to be that stupid.
Yeah. Dumb. Yeah. He's too smart to be that dumb.
Megyn Kelly the same way. They're too smart to be that stupid, right? Like they're just,
Megyn Kelly absolutely the same way. Yeah.
It's like, freaking you got people like Jake Shields where it's like you can just tell he's being dishonest, but he's also dumb enough where he might not
he's
be.
dumb as a box of rocks. Yeah.
But I mean,
remember that picture, that meme where he was in the meme and he was like, "Yo, what about me?" Like, bro, your picture's right there. That was one of my favorites. I was like, this guy's a walking billboard for CTE Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
When I first came at him, he's like, "I'll fight you." I was like, "Okay, 111 pro band," and he was like, "No, I'm not doing that." And I go, "Why? You're an MMA fighter. You'll probably win." And he's like, "You just try to trap me so you can." I go, "No, they got what's it called? Mutual combat in Texas." I go, "Dude, if you really want to, I don't want to fight you, but if you show up, yeah, I'll fight you. I'll fight you right there on the sidewalk." And then everybody was like, "Yeah, why don't you go and fight him in a ring?" I go, "Why would I do that? Are you crazy? I'm gonna go fight
you nuts?
Yeah, I'm gonna go drive somewhere, fly somewhere, and go put on gloves and hug a man with a shirt off? Nah, I'm good. I mean, if he wants to, we'll fight right there. I don't care." All right, it's 10 o'clock. I think we're good. Well, you got your show all week, right? And then next week you're heading out.
Yeah, I got. We're good to go here on LFA TV for Friday. Tomorrow I will be a part of, with 1210 WPHT, a radiothon to benefit the Travis Manion Foundation. It's before my show, so I'll be live tomorrow. But Travis Manion Foundation is a great foundation for veterans that 1210 partners with, which is really cool. So I'll be a part of that tomorrow. And then, Monday I'll be hosting the Dan Bongino show. So I'm going to have a midterm preview with a really smart data guy here that I know in Tennessee. He's a young guy. He is an incredibly bright guy, and he's an unbiased guy, but he's a Republican. He's going to give us exactly what we need in order to win in terms of tough love and news we may not want to hear, but it's news that we need to hear because there are issues. And if we can diagnose them, we can solve them before they become actual problems. So we have Chase Bowes on Monday, and then I think you're taking my hour on Tuesday, which I greatly appreciate, and it'll be awesome. So
you're going to have 2 hours of Misfit on TDS Tuesday. That's going to be good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I got 2A Tuesday tomorrow. 2A Thursday tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about the legislation that Mike Lee is trying to introduce for constitutional carry. And then I'm going to go to work. So, I got an hour tomorrow. All right, well, I will see you. Well, I don't actually see you, but I know you're watching me, and then I watch you. So I always say I'll see you tomorrow because when we hand off our shows, I know that you're watching at least the last 5 minutes. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, boys and girls, quick shout outs. Got K Hart, Sin Lu Wu, Cincy Rock 27, Dolphin Girl, Lotus 8 Lily, K Hart 917, I think I already said that. On the Edge, Brennan Farash and Dylan Fillion-Lay.
IA. It's Iowa. He's from Iowa.
Iowa. Stassi for real. That's Gina. That's the one I was waiting for. That's the one I was waiting for. All right. Everybody else. I think I got everybody anyway. All right, boys and girls. We'll both see you tomorrow in the morning. Isn't that cool that we now hand off each other's shows? Or I hand
That's
off
pretty
each
cool.
other?
It is really cool.
We're the best. All right. We'll see.